Welcome to Verbal Pig Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. I'd like to welcome you all to the show, man. A little bit of the boys from the 6, man. But we getting into Starbucks case in Philly. You know, I guess this would be part 2, but I still, as soon as it broke, Eugene Giles sent me the story. Sent the video, I mean, like, within hours, it was posted. He was, man, check this out, Black. And just to recap, 2 black males enter into a Starbucks, plan to have a meeting concerning business, went into the Starbucks employee, what are you doing? You can't be here. Order something now or leave. Well, yeah, we're going to order together as soon as our friend comes in and, you know, we finish up the meeting. I mean, this is a meeting place. Most people come to Starbucks to do business, and they sit down with their laptops and they discuss business over a cup of coffee like it's been done for centuries. And Starbucks coffee was found and established in Ethiopia. Black folks been drinking coffee while white people were still in the caves. So don't try to point your racist finger at black men whose ancestors gave you coffee. You didn't know nothing about it in Europe. But now all of a sudden, you got this delusion of some sort of, I don't know, white privilege. What white? I don't see any white privilege in America. I mean, okay, yeah. With the cops, yeah. Like I stated, any white woman and white males as well can get on that phone, sound frantic, call the police, and just so happen if there's a white officer who comes out on that call, and during the call where they're calling in the incident and they mention the word black male somewhere in the conversation, I mean, they're doing like 150 burning rubber, smoking to get to the scene so they can have their gun smoking. Believe me, these dudes was lucky to get out alive. You know why they got out alive? Because they had a counter. They had counter white people. White male, white female, who was like, what did they do wrong? Is this just racial profile? They just sitting here like, come on, man, this is going too far. You know? Them cops was like, if y'all could just look the other way, we might could put 2 in them. You know what I mean? We want to fire off our guns. Can you just get out the way with you have a heart for these 2 black males? You know, we gonna revoke your white card. It's gone. They tore theirs up, ripped it apart, because you stood up for 2 black males, and you talking about you standing for what's right. What's right is the cops like what's right is y'all let me dump 2 in them. It's crazy, you know. So now, you know, when we organize and protest, especially like when you have that year we protest Christmas, shut stores down at the call of the minister, or when we say, you know what, black people, social media, don't go to Starbucks. See, white people, what you fail to realize is you get paid off those black dollars. So if black folks protested Starbucks for a week, Starbucks clothes would be shutting down, and some of you white folks would be out of a job. You can believe that. And so what they did was, you know, I mean, it's the game, but I don't blame the black woman who came out on Starbucks and who was saying, yeah, we're going to close down for a day, and we're going to get proper training to our employees. You know, they probably ignored that black woman for her whole career. Gave her a job because, hey, you know, we can pay cheap insurance if we hire a black female, a female and a black, you know, we hit the jackpot. And so she probably sitting at her desk, you know, going over some things, doodling or whatnot, chilling, and they run in the door. Hey, we need you to do a press conference. And she's like, what are you talking about, press conference? Y'all don't even talk to me. I know, yeah, but we need to put a black face on this case. You know, help soothe the American public, help soothe tensions. Now, can you get out there and let black folks know everything's going to be okay and that Starbucks, we're on top of the situation? Can you do that for us? I mean, come on, you know, do it for the good of humanity and be a contribution, for your race. So she goes out on the major news networks and, you know, hey, Starbucks and this, but I would not blame the sister if she said, yeah, I get out there and do your tap dance for you and soothe everything and bring black folks back to Starbucks and the whole nine, but you all gonna have to give me some more money. Yeah, I get out there, you know, matter of fact, double my salary, and I get out there and go sing the song. You know, get something out the deal is what I'm saying. Damn, you know what I mean? They gonna use you for damage control. Get something out the deal. So she goes on the major networks, and she's stating how, you know, we're gonna shut down Starbucks. We're not gonna tolerate any racism. This is a diverse company, although there have been incidents dealing with race in Starbucks in the past, but, you know, hey, black folks discovered coffee way back in the Ethiopian days. And so we've been drinking coffee, like I stated before, while white folks were still in Europe, before Columbus brought them to America. Half original man, Christopher Columbus. Cristobal. You know what I mean? Before he came down here looking for homelands. Even though it was some Moors and Jews on this ship. After the Queen after the Moors was conquered by Spain and the Queen kicked the Jews and the Moors out, the Muslims out, because at one time, the Muslim and Jews, matter of fact, the Muslim protected the Jews over up in Spain. Then some Jews get to America and change their names. You know, hey, didn't want to be associated. But what is that called? Self-preservation, so it's all good. You know, now black people, we have to change our names back to our original names of our forefathers, because the truth of the matter is that if you black with a European name, it just denotes that you was once a slave to that family. Now, by doing research, the name Cole, C-O-L-E, that's why you'll see on some of my things that say Vince Cole Muhammad, because the name Cole, C-O-L-E, is the name of the Moors that was given to the Moors by the English. It meant black. You know, but I put the Muhammad on the end because I was given that name. So, which moves me on to Yahweh bin Yahweh. Brother died in 2007. And the only reason I'm bringing this up, man, is because, God damn, man. You mean to tell me, and see, that's why you got to give the minister credit, Brother Farrakhan credit. But Farrakhan bought back the Final Call building, put the Salam restaurant back up. That beautiful building that Yahweh bin Yahweh had in Miami, man, have y'all seen? It's dilapidated. It's falling apart. That's black history in America. You mean to tell me nobody in his movement, or even black people, even the drug, look here, man. Even the drug dealers. Take that money, buy back that building, and restore it for the community, because that's a landmark for the indigenous people in America. I can go on and on. Look, the Mississippians were a tribe. Always been there, black folks. Along with the Adinas. Always been there. In over here in America, tribal people. Tuscaloosa. These are names that when the Cherokee who came out of South America into North America ran across the mound builders who were black, they stated was black, who was already here before the Cherokee came here. So, when they say, I'm saying this to say that, when they say, tell black folks to go back to Africa, black folks, you can say, hold up, man. We left Africa, hell, hundreds of thousands of years ago and been settled in America. Before anybody even heard of a white, before anybody knew that anything, let's say Caucasian, white, pink, whatever you call them, existed. And this is not racism. This is just fighting back the lies and all of the stories, the falsehoods that's been put on black people, while the people who put the falsehoods on black people stand back and look and shake their heads like, man, them people messed up, but won't never admit the role or the hand that they played into the messing up the minds of black people. You got black people who confused at why they feel such a great connection to certain parts of America, but yet they have them looking to Africa, trying to stay. They can't figure out what's going on. That's because your ancestors already was here, been here. They had names like the Mississippians, the Adinas, and the Olmecs, OLMEC, and the Olmecs, and other tribal names. Like I stated, Tuscaloosa, mean black warrior. Been there. Centuries. They say from antiquity. Black Indians been in America. You get the mulatto version of the Indian today. Go back. Matter of fact, the real gypsies was black. The real gypsies came up out of parts of, well, put it like, some came out of parts of Egypt. But when Columbus and his crew came down here and they saw them gypsies, they thought they were Egyptians. That's where the word gypsies come from Egypt. They like, man, what is these gypsies? They talk about the gypsies in the Bible. Traveling, and they'll become thieves and whatnot. You see them gypsies, the new gypsies on the corner speaking their language that's known to them, but there's different tribes of gypsies. They go all the way back to black people too, coming up out of India. But I'm saying that to say that it proves that that the Egyptians was black, because these dark skinned, and I'm not talking about the olive color gypsies that you see. I'm talking about the dark early gypsies, when they first ran across the Egyptians and said they were descendants of Egypt and named them gypsies from Egypt. I'm talking about those who traveled all the way through Eastern Europe, all the way to the Americas. Then start mixing their blood when they hit Eastern Europe, where they were held as slaves. Two gypsies were slaves. Matter of fact, the gypsies had a hard time. As a matter of fact, the gypsies don't even have a homeland, but they have a culture. The gypsies, they get done in, bro. They suffer slavery and racism as well, and also was in Hitler's death camps as well. Black gypsies. We have to do a story on that. But I'm saying this to say that over here in America, the natives, you looking over to Africa, you looking over everywhere else, you trying to go, and that's why I brought Yahweh Ben Yahweh up, You want to go back to Israel, but now you got monuments, mounds that your ancestors built that prove that you were already here. Go research the Ouachita tribe. That this is your homeland. You know, you just been conquered and took over. And made slaves. Damn, you been made slaves in your own home. I mean, we've been. That's like saying somebody come in your house and take over and have you cooking and working for them in your house that you built. You don't even have a voice to speak out. Damn, now that's sad, but it's true. So I don't know, man. You know, we just on Verbal Prick Radio, just keep you informed. This shows the power, and we're back at the Starbucks case. This shows the power of black unity, because that money, man, when you come together and say, you know, I'm not buying no Starbucks, yeah, they would do what you want to open back up. We had the perfect example was Rosa Parks, the bus boycott. Yeah, we ain't riding your bus. They started losing so much money. Okay, look here, let's have a meeting. Let's come to the table. You know what? I tell you what. Y'all fine, outstanding citizens. We don't have no problem with you. You can sit anywhere on this bus you want to. Even though they had them. When they could have said, well, you know, I tell you what. Not only do we want to sit anywhere on the bus we want to sit, but how about sending some of them buses to our mechanic shops? Let us make some of that money. Matter of fact, you know what? We'll get on, but let us merge and get us our own bus line, and we'll kick y'all back a percentage. Yeah. Let's do that. You know, the prize had to be greater than you can sit on the bus anywhere you want to sit on the bus. But I mean, maybe that was that. I can't say that was. I'm looking at from today's point of view. You know, back then that was a milestone. People could have saw that as, look, you know, we get a chance to sit next to white folks anywhere on the bus. I don't know. You know, me personally, I'd have been like, give me some of the stock shares. Let's talk money. You know, not the fact that everything is evolves around money, just the fact that you live in a capitalistic society. And it takes money in a capitalistic society. That's why they built it and designed it that way. If you was in a socialist country, then you do things differently. But so since we in a money society, we talk money. So let me get a bus line. Let me do something so I can put money back into these schools, into my children, and into the community, and into the neighborhood. And into my own house. You know what I mean? Let me get some of that money. Give me about $100. I can put me a garden and I can flower up my front yard. Get a room painted. Let me invest in myself first. You know, then if I got something left over, I give it to charity. I donate it to. If I got anything left over, I give it to the church. You know, why we can't have that mindset? I thought charity starts at home. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, it's time to wake up. But once again, the power of black dollars. What you want me to see? We so used to, and they think that we so used to being abused to the fact that we don't even know when we're being abused, and so we still let our dollars flow. We don't know when. Oh man, it's so many things running through my head that just drives me crazy, man. We see each other every day. What's up? What, nigga? What, you know, then see a white person, hey, how you doing? Voice change, look down a little bit, just start smiling when you don't even need to smile, like, well, he made your day or something, she made your day. Just by their presence or coming around you, you automatically, you go into convulsions. You can't control yourself. Even though they put their pants on one leg at a time like you do, or some got good, they sit on bed and jump into them, slide them up or whatever. But the fact still remains is Everybody got to put their pants on. God damn. Don't even resemble the reflection of Jesus, and you worshiping them. But then I guess it's that voodoo that they put on black people must have been strong. White folks must know that paganism must be strong. That pagan witchcraft or that white folk voodoo, Caucasian voodoo must be strong, man, to last this long. How would they go back to Zeus, or did it go back and did the Greek have some power for voodooism or something going on, or what they call it, paganism, or Adon, whatever they used to call their gods. I can't even think of the name. But damn, that must have been some powerful stuff, man. They stuff must have been stronger than what they had in Haiti and Africa. I'm just looking at the evidence of what I see around me. They must have got some powerful Caucasianery going on around here somewhere, because, you know, man, that Willie Lynch, he must have been the Grand Wizard. He must have had the spell, he must have had the magic book, the magic pouch. He had the fairy dust and blew it in the air, and it landed on every black person on the planet. From America to Haiti to Africa to the UK to the Dominican, Venezuela to China to the Cambodia and India, and just put us to sleep. You know. But on this note, last note, and I'm out. One point, because, you know, I got to get these thoughts out. Yeah, everybody came before time. You can't, when the books were sealed, or the seal wasn't supposed to be broken till after 6,000 years, right? Anybody before that 6,000 year period was up, you was too early. That's why you hear Brother Farrakhan say Jesus was too early. Too early. You coming to give, as Yahweh was stating, you coming to give the name of God, or really letting them know too much truth when that truth wasn't supposed to come out to a certain amount of time, because we agreed for them to rule for a certain amount of time. You see what I'm saying? But they were so corrupt. You got to look at it. Jesus hated them, man. That's why they don't like Jesus to this day. But Jesus couldn't stand them. Jesus said, you were a liar and a murderer from the beginning. You don't abode not in truth. Truth not even in you. Can't stand you. Get out of there. I find you in my father's house gambling. Jesus beat him up, whooped him out the house. You know, Jesus was giving it to him. Jesus was a revolutionary. He was a rebel. Jesus was telling them who they were, was telling the people who they were before time. He couldn't take it no more. He sacrificed. He didn't care. Y'all finna string me up, but I can't take this shit no more. You some wicked people. The truth don't embolden you. You are a liar, and you've been a murderer from the beginning. We've been trying to send prophet after prophet to raise you up. You've been killing them. Jesus, damn it. I know I'm 2,000 years early. I'm finna tell it anyway. Then you got those who come behind Jesus. They can't take it no more. They start telling, I'm to this and I'm to that. They out of here. That's why the last one standing is Brother Farrakhan. Still dropping that truth, because that's why when he did that lecture series, which, man, y'all got to go back and check that out, the lecture series, the time and what must be done, because everything is about time. It's the time. You know, you've been hearing that since you was younger, or you can feel it way down deep in your bones. You can feel it when you got something that you working on and you trying to bring into light, or you trying to bring to life. And you know, and then you feel it, man, it's too early, it's just not time. You know, but you feel that time when it's time to release it. You have to be on time. Verbal Peak Radio, we're out.